I just watched a ton of videos on She-Hulk. I didn't watch She-Hulk, and I refused to. Mainly because I knew how it was going to turn out. Since I actually had a feeling this was coming since after Endgame was over. I mean, I watched the two Spider-Man movies afterwards, and I loved those. But I watched the Diamonds in the Rough, and now seeing how people have complaints about the Rough, it makes me not want to watch any more of those movies. Well, at least not Spider-Man, but like things like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I know a lot of people had various complaints about that stuff, and I don't blame you. Uh, but it's a lot of cameos, a lot of bad jokes, just a lot of gags, and not much of a serious story. I could give benefit of the doubt, but I know that's going to make a lot of people mad. But I got to really stop trying to give benefit of the doubt all the time because the sad news is that the MCU's gotten corporatized and agenda driven, and there is nothing that the common person can do about it. No matter how much you want to criticize it, these creators are going to call you racist or something like that to defend their work and avoid taking responsibility for diverting from the source material and making a show that doesn't even follow the comics or something like that. I mean, I'm not very familiar with She-Hulk, but from what I'm hearing, that it's not quite the same as the comics. Which, if you made She-Hulk comic based, and I could like go back read the comics and say, wow, this is the same thing and it's great and it works without tearing down the original Incredible Hulk like Bruce Banner, and kind of like what Last Jedi did to Luke Skywalker. I would really enjoy that, but I think I soured on the whole MCU thing before this whole disaster happened, because seeing the fan base react like this, it is a disaster on their part. I could see why people have complaints about this, but I will admit I don't think there's much that we can do at this point, and I'm not saying that to be a Debbie Downer, but what I am doing is offering a solution. There's this YouTuber that I like by the name of Young Ripa that really gets things done. He creates his own comics, his non-centralized comics, and I think if more people did stuff like that, where if you're sick of corporatized music, go with making your own music, right? Go with making your own beats. I don't think that's bad. I think that's great. You know, he's making a comic that looks really good, and the crazy part is PayPal really held on to his money that he was making off that comic, the funding that he was getting to make that happen. Because I think a lot of people are saying, hey, here's another creator who's actually making something that's really good, and they don't want the competition. And don't go through PayPal or any of those places to fund these guys. Like guys like Owen Benjamin use a PO box because he's banned from PayPal and Patreon and all these big tech platforms. Also, alt tech is on the rise. Like different things like Odyssey, Rumble, that could get the same funding eventually, hopefully. Because I don't want to say that the whole thing's doom and gloom, because when I spiral in anger over how She-Hulk turned out, I don't think that we're doing ourselves a service if we don't like this. The best thing that we could do is walk away and make our own thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be She-Hulk. It doesn't have to be the Hulk. It doesn't have to be Star Wars. But it could be a start of something, maybe from square one. But you start from square one now, down the future, you're at square 50. And people are making movies about your work, and then you could choose whether to say yes to the corporatization or not. I think making decentralized art is probably the best way to do it. Like any small YouTuber who makes painting videos is getting the right idea, because they're making an avenue for entertainment, as small as it can be or as complex and and magnificent as it could be. I might be sounding like I'm going on a tangent. I know a lot of people are very mad, and they have every right to be, about how these shows are turning out, because corporate. I hate when corporations get their hands on something and take the heart and soul out of it for the sake of money and agenda. And if we, copy, not cut carbon copy Ripa's work, but follow in his footsteps of creating something different, or creating a channel, or creating something that someone wants to watch with their spare time because they don't want to watch She-Hulk because it's an absolute disaster. Can you feel me knocking? and let me in, because making new art is probably the only way to go at this point. They've made so many Spider-Man movies, so many Batman movies, that it's almost time. No, it is time to start something new. Now, do I have an idea right off the bat? Nope. I might wake up tomorrow and have it. I might wake up next month and have it. I might wake up next week and have it. Never thought about that, did you? No, you probably did. But creating a new thing is probably the best way forward. Don't give these corporations your money. Don't give them your energy. Let them have Megan Thee Stallion on the show all they want for cameo purposes, thinking it's going to change everybody's mind. Because they drove away their fans. They drove away their customers. And we can be the next big thing, maybe, if and we're not going to let our customers down. You know? Sometimes starting your own thing is the best way to go. Starting your own business. Starting your own tech platform. Learning to code so you can make a website like YouTube, but isn't so corporatized like YouTube. I mispronounced that. But you guys feel what I am saying. Now, I'm not going to drown this on. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, guys. And also, I'm going to leave a link in the title to Ripaverse so you guys can check out his stuff and really get an idea. Don't copy his work. Don't be a copywriter, but understand what he's doing. He is making something new, and he's trying to get it to work, and he is the right idea. So, thank you very much, guys, and don't give She-Hulk your energy anymore. Peace.